I'm Wayne Pollock. I'm a thought leadership ghostwriter serving big law and boutique law firm partners. I help these partners build their practices and their prominence one word at a time. There is an interesting connection between thought leadership and crisis communications that few attorneys and law firms understand. And that is that over time, consistent strategic thought leadership can serve as a form of reputational armor for an attorney, for a law firm, when there are allegations that the attorney or the law firm did something wrong. There are obviously many, many benefits to thought leadership in the marketing and business development realm. One of those benefits, perhaps a key benefit, is that thought leadership helps build credibility and build trust over time. When your target audience, whether it's clients, referral sources, other people, are consistently reading thought leadership that you put out, that your colleagues put out, you are going to be seen over time as an authority regarding the subject matter you're covering. And that means you'll be given credibility, you'll be seen as credible, and over time, your audience will trust you. They will trust that you are taking the correct view of legal issues, of developments in the industry, because over time they have seen that your thought leadership suggests that you are trustworthy, that you know what you're talking about. Thus, I can trust that you understand what you're talking about. And when you say this is a good thing or a bad thing, it must be because I've seen how smart you are, how knowledgeable and wise you are through your content. This comes in handy when the ability to serve a client or the general judgment of an attorney or a law firm is called into question through allegations of wrongdoing. So, for example, if you are an attorney who's consistently publishing thought leadership content regarding the area of law you practice or the industry you serve or your law firm is, and you or your law firm is accused of malpractice or some other kind of substantive wrongdoing, your target audience is likely to look at those allegations when they hear about them and compare that to what they understand, what they've observed of your abilities through your thought leadership. And if you demonstrated to them over time that you are thoughtful, that you are knowledgeable, you're wise, you are credible and trustworthy, then maybe they're not going to look at those allegations as being particularly persuasive. They might be willing to overlook them because they know they've gotten to know you over time, and what those allegations are, they don't jive with what they've observed firsthand based on the thought leadership that you publish. Likewise, if a law firm is being accused of doing something wrong when it comes to the culture or the business operations that it is engaged in, if it has previously published thought leadership about best practices for culture building, best practices for DEI, best practices for building a law firm, for running a law firm as a business, again, that law firm would build a reputation in the minds of its audience that it knows what it's talking about when it comes to what it's discussed previously regarding the business of law, the culture of law. And if there are allegations of discrimination, that firm, or allegations of other wrongdoing, that firm's target audiences, including its current employees and attorneys, its potential employees and attorneys, its clients, its peers, its competitors, might look at those allegations of wrongdoing and not think they're serious and not think that they are persuasive because they've come to know the firm through thought leadership. They understand the firm's brand, and they doubt very much that the allegations are correct. Compare that to whether it's a substantive allegation or a cultural business procedures allegation of wrongdoing on the part of an attorney or a law firm. If that attorney or law firm is a blank slate, people don't know them, they don't trust them, they're not viewed as credible because there's no thought leadership out there, then the audience, the general public, and the target audience of those attorneys and law firms are going to have a different opinion about those allegations of wrongdoing because they have nothing to put them up against, right? This is a blank slate. So thought leadership is an amazing marketing and business development tool. It helps you engage with your target audiences. It helps you show that you are knowledgeable and wise about the areas of law you practice and the industries you serve. It helps build your credibility and trustworthiness on the part of your target audiences, viewing you as someone who is trustworthy. But on the back end of that, it's also helpful to build your brand and your reputation in case of a crisis. In case of allegations of wrongdoing, your thought leadership could help build your brand and reputation to a point on the front end that if that is ever challenged because of allegations of wrongdoing, your target audiences can look at your thought leadership. They can rest on the opinion they've developed in their heads about you based on that long-standing, strategic, consistent thought leadership. So when you're thinking about launching your thought leadership efforts or you're thinking about increasing your thought leadership efforts, remember, Yes, there's a marketing and business development benefit on the front end, getting out in front of your target audiences. But remember, just like how it can help build your reputation on the front end and your credibility on the front end in terms of positioning you as someone that your target audiences should work with or refer clients to, on the back end, it could also help build a reputation that can repel attacks on it based on allegations of wrongdoing. Hopefully you were not thinking about crisis communications when you were engaging in thought leadership, but it's a really interesting secondary benefit to ongoing, consistent, strategic thought leadership. If you're interested in learning how to create the kind of thought leadership that can help you build this reputational armor, check out lawfirmeditorialservice.com. We have plenty of videos, blog posts, and podcast episodes that can help you do just that.